Hello, thank you for joining. Today I'm going to show you how to use Workpapers. Once connected to your QuickBooks Accountant and you would like to work on a client's Workpapers, you can go ahead and click on the top left here and decide which client you're trying to do the Workpapers for. Our client for now will be Craig's Landscaping. You can go ahead and click on it. Here, bring it directly to your dashboard. If you're trying to go directly to the Workpapers, you can go ahead and click on Accountant Tools and then here, Workpapers. Here you can see there's 4 keys areas. We have the year-end task, the documents, the review adjustment, and the grouping statements. The year-end task is a functionality that will let you create a simple to-do list. If you would like to create a to-do list or create a task, you can go ahead, go on the lower left corner and click on plus add. Here you can enter the item name, the details. If your task has a URL link, you can enter your URL link here. Or if your task is linked to a name, a client name, you can enter the name of the client linked to this. You don't need to fill out all of these fields. You can enter only the name if you would like. Once you enter the name of your task, you can go ahead and click on save. Here you can see the task that I created. If the status of this task is done, you can go ahead and click on the drop down on the right side and click on done. If the status is not done but is still in waiting, you can go ahead and click on waiting. That way you can keep an eye on your task progress. You can also edit your task by clicking on the drop down beside the name of your task, and here you have the choice between deleting this task or editing. Let's now talk about the main tab most of our users use, the Document tab. The Document tab stores account-related source document and other permanent files to be carried forward. It does provide secure access to all documents in one single place. If you take a look at the Documents tab, you might see 2 different areas, both dedicated for your file management. We have the General area, allowing you to create your own folder structure, and the Accounts area that mimic your chart of account. The General section allows you to create your own folder structure. It's completely customizable, and you can create folders, letter, and template. And most of the time, this section is used for non-content related documents. If you want to create a folder, you can go ahead and click on Add New Folder. Enter the name of your folder, then you can hit on Save. The folder will come out with 0 document in it. Here, if you would like to add document within this folder, you can go ahead and click on Add. Then, from your document in your computer, you can go ahead and look for the file that you're trying to put inside this folder. Once that's done, you can see that this folder has now one file. The other good part about uploading your files in Workpapers is like you can select many files at the same time to upload. You can click on open once select all the files, or you can drag and drop. The other thing is like you don't even need to click on add here. You can also go directly to your document in your computer and just drag and drop like this. And you can see that all the files that I drag and drop has been properly uploaded on your Workpaper folders. The other thing is you can also move your files to a different folder location. To do so, you will have to click and hold on the 6 button here and just decide which folder you want this file to go. So for this example, we're going to take supporting document. Here you can see that this file went directly to supported documents. There's another functionality that the Document tab has. If you would like to download using another computer the file that you just uploaded in this folder, you can go ahead and click on download here. It will download this file in your computer. You can also download by clicking on the drop down here and click on download. For the same file, you can also rename and also delete this file within this folder. If you would like to download the whole folder, you can go ahead and click on the drop down of this folder, and then you can click on download folder, and it will download the whole folder in your computer. If you want to create a subfolder, you can go ahead and click on create a sub. And you will see that under your main folder, you have a subfolder. If you don't want the subfolder to be there, you can go ahead and click on the drop down, and then you can click on delete. If you would like to carry forward the file in your folder, click on the drop down of the folder, and here you can click on mark file for carry forward. If you check your folder, you can see that there's a arrow showing you that this folder or the files within this folders will be carried forward for next year. If you don't want to carry forward the files within your folder for next year, you can go ahead and click on the drop down and click on unmarked file for carry forward. The account section includes folders created by Workpaper using your chart of accounts. Here, you don't need to worry on how to organize your chart of accountant folders. We do it for you. You can also track each account in the chart of accountant by looking at those folders, and if you would like, you can also add files within these folders by clicking on the add button. Same as the general tab, you can drag and drop and also select and upload the file. You can also select all the files and upload in that folder. Here you can see that the file have been directly uploaded in one of your folders. From here you can also click on the drop down, rename the file, download, or you can also delete. The other good part is you can also, for example, carry forward folders, files for the next year by clicking on the drop down of your folder and click as mark file for carry forward. If you would like to review your trial balance, record adjusting journal entries, or add conversational notes or documents, you can go ahead and click on the Review and Adjust tab. You can also review sign-off made by you or users working on your work papers. If you would like to export your trial balance, you can go ahead and click on Export as Excel, and the trial balance will be exported to your computer as Excel. If you would like to print your trial balance, you can click on the print icon here. If you would like to reorder your columns, you can reorder your columns by clicking on the gear icon and decide how your columns will look like. You can also toggle between your trial balance view by clicking on the toggle right here. Here, you can have a better view on how your trial and balance works, or if there's some missing. If you would like to adjust a account, you can go ahead and click on adjust here. And if you would like to add notes for your users or your prepper, you can go ahead, click on the drop down and click on add note. You can also upload some document by clicking on manage attachment and links. And you can upload some files from here. If now we toggle back, the same functionality is available on this view also. If you would like to make some adjustments, you can click on make some adjustments. If you would like to add notes or attach some documents, you can also click here by clicking on the drop down. If you would like to add a note talking about the accounts in question, you can go ahead and click on the plus icon here to add a note, or you can also click on the drop down here and add note. Here you can enter what you would like to say about the account, and then you can go ahead and click on post. Now all the users plus you can have a look on what had been said and by whom. For the account sign off, there's two check marks. You have one for the prepare and one for review. If the account has been prepared, you can go ahead and do a green check mark, letting users and you and prepare know that this account has been prepared. Once reviewed and everything looks good, you can go ahead and click on the blue check mark, letting everyone know that it's been reviewed properly. The grouping and statement tab let us create lead sheet and group and summarize the account for financial statement presentation. If you would like to create a new group, you can just click on the plus, create a new group. And here you can enter the name of your group. If you have referential code for this group, you can also enter it here. And then you can hit on save. In the grouping statement, you can also export a financial statement presentation by clicking as export as Excel. If you would like to reorder the columns in your grouping statement, you can click on the gear icon, and from here you can drag and drop, decide how you will like your grouping statements look like. If you have to update a group, you can directly click on update here, and if you have some attachment, if you have some folder to attach with this group, you can go ahead and click on upload. You can also add notes for your other users to have a look or have a commentary on this group that been created. You can create by clicking on the plus icon here and type what you would like to say, or you can directly click on the drop down and add note. If you would like to view or edit all your Giphy code mapping to the accounts, you can use the income tax functionality tax mapping by clicking on the income tax tab here. This functionality includes tax mapping to your workflow into ProTax, export the tax data to other tax solutions such as Profile. If you look at your tax lines and you see that some amount are missing, you might receive a note telling you that some account wasn't mapped correctly here. And if you like to assign it, you can directly click on Assign Tax Line. After selecting Assign Tax Line, this window will pop up, and here, from Not Mapped to here, you can choose which tax line you want that amount to be. And once you select the tax line that you wanted, you can directly click on Save. If one of the line doesn't match one of your amounts, you can actually change the amount line by just clicking on the pencil. So you will first need to click on the drop down of the line, the tax line, and then from here you will see a pencil looking icon. You can click on it, and from here you can actually change the amount from one line to another one by clicking to the drop down here and choose which line it should be. If you think it should not be nail-lined yet, you can actually make it as a not mapped yet. If, for example, this amount isn't like correct one and it's supposed to be, for example, a minus, like minus 146,000, you can actually check off this line here to reverse the numeric attributes, and it will be minus 146,000 instead. And then you can hit on save. Once you've verified that your tax line plus your tax mapping are all correct, you can go ahead and try to start return by clicking on start return in ProTax. And this information, this Giphy code will directly be imported on your ProTax. Some other functionality are available by clicking on book to tax action. You can carry forward previous year amount to this year, or you can export Giphy files, or you can download Workpapers pack. Or if you think that your tax mapping is correct, you can lock the books. If you would like to print your book to tax or tax mapping, you can go ahead and click on the print icon here. If you go all the way down, you can see all the account that has not been mapped correctly. And you can click on the pencil here and just map to the correct line. If you look correctly to your income tax, you might see some errors that telling you some information about this account. And by reading each of those information, it will give you an idea of what's wrong with this line. If you would like to switch between tax prep view, you can go ahead and click on the pin beside accrual basis and choose which view you would like more to see. You can go with the accrual basis or you can go with the cash basis. This is how most functionality works for your Workpapers. If you like some more video on how-to tutorial, you can find our YouTube channel at youtube.com/IntuitAccountCanada. Thank you for watching.